Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my continued playthrough of A Touch of Evil. Now, normally, if I was playing purely solo and I was seeing a game go this disastrously badly, I would say, yeah, I lost, but cash it in. I'm down to 5 on the depth track. I could easily get to a showdown, but I know I can't win that showdown. And one of the reasons I know I can't win it is because of all the stuff that the Shadow Witch has gathered. Now, I did manage to clear stays in play mystery cards off the board, which isn't bad. Because I thought it was all stay in play cards, but it's just mystery cards. That makes her a little less tough. But this, you know, this has happened, right? So we did this. She's got additional combat and stats from the Lady of Darkness and the Lord of Madness, which used to be the mayor and his wife of the town. And this is going to go up again pretty darn soon. So we're not in the best shape here. And also, we're not that ready to fight her. I mean, I got some stats and stuff. I could give it a go. I just don't think it's going to go all that well. So we're going to go another round, see how it goes. If my shadow track gets too far down, I'm just going to call it a day, I think. I don't know. I mean, we're already at 5. We got 4 more points left to go before we lose the game, and our luck has not been very good. And again, I just don't feel that our characters are ready and prepared to take on the very beefy Shadow Witch. It might just do to just go after her, but it sure would be nice if everybody had at least 3 secrets, tokens of the Shadow Witch, because that would mean she'd be -6 combat in her lair. We'd wipe out her additional benefits. Now, when fighting Eliza, she's part the way there, Sarah's part the way there, Captain Hawkins has none. So Sarah and Argot have 1 secret that they've uncovered. Eliza's uncovered 2. Makes sense. She's a witch hunter after all, hunting the Shadow Witch ghost. But outside of that, we're kind of not doing that wonderfully well. We got stuff, but the stuff isn't like mind-blowing in some cases. Some of it's good. It's just not enough. But let's get started. So I think that this time around, I believe we're going to take this and go to Captain Hawkins. He will be first. He fled a battle up there. That's how weak he is. He can't even fight the minions. I mean, how's he going to fight the big bad, you know? But he is up here. We're going to roll for his movement. We're going to get started right in there with Captain Hawkins. So let's do that. He is up there fleeing the windmill in a panic after battling it out with trees. So here we go. Let's see. He got a 3. You know, he's got some cash on him. I think we're going to go 1-2 just to the blacksmith. First thing he'll try to do is collect that that stuff there. He'll use his cunning. His cunning is a 3. He doesn't have anything to add to that, so he's going to roll a 3 dice. There's 3 there, 5s or 6s. He gets them. He got 1. That's better than a sharp stick in the eye. And then he's going to go, before he goes shopping, we're going to encounter the town, which means he is going to get to draw an event card. That is good. These are always helpful. What do we get? We get aggressive combat, play to give any hero, minion, or villain +2 combat for 1 fight round. Now, somebody asked me why there's some things that benefit the villains. Well, that's because the game actually has a competitive mode as well. You can play cooperatively or competitively. I tend to not like the competitive mode, where you were trying to solve this mystery on your own and compete against others, and then you can beef up the villain and that sort of thing. I don't like that. I like the cooperative mode. It feels like it's right. There's investigators trying to uncover the mystery of the villain, and they go after him together. It feels better to me. Well, we can't do anything more there, but we can go shopping. So now, and again, another little house rule. I know people don't like this because I don't want to spend 3 hours looking for town items or through town items. I just say that at that moment in time, the shop has 3 items available to purchase. And I know some people said that makes the odds worse, but here's our 3 items. And I don't care. This is the house rule that I've used forever, and it does keep the game flowing. Okay, what do we got? We have healing herbs. Can't go wrong there. He's not injured. Tools of science. You may now use your cunning instead of combat. That's not helpful. Silver shot would be helpful against a werewolf. Not so big a deal, but we do get, it does add fight dice. However, he doesn't have 10. And healing herbs. I think the only thing we're going to buy out of that are the healing herbs for 3. He's got, he doesn't have 3. He's going to have to break his 5 spot here, and we'll give him some change back. But it says discard any time except during a fight round to heal 2 wounds from any single hero in your space, or discard or remove transformation of curses. I'm not too worried about that, but we did use our stuff, and we're at the blacksmith, which is also important because of this. Now, this is going to take all the rest of his No, we got rid of that card. I keep forgetting we got rid of these cards. We don't have to worry about it anymore. So he's going to get another secret. We're going to spend 2, or 3 rather, at the blacksmith. That's going to be almost all he has. Boom, there we go. 3 more points at the blacksmith, and he is got another. He's got his first clue, so that's going to help him against the Shadow Witch. And then the last thing we're going to do is draw another location for him. It's going to be the monastery. He can go to the monastery and get some more, learn more about the Shadow Witch there. But that is going to be the end of his turn. So we're going to go on to Eliza. Okay, Eliza, cloak. That's the deal. So let's roll for Eliza and see if she moves, where she moves to. We got Eliza with the cloak and Sarah with no cloak. They both have, like, she's got a gun or something. Sarah's got a staff. But they're a little hard to tell apart. So we rolled a 5 for her to move. Does she want to move? Let's see. Does she have anything from the... no, she does not have... But she does have something from the woods. The horse. It gives her... +1 movement. She's got to get to the Forgotten Island. So we're going to head there because that will give her 3. That'll make her pretty beefy against the witch if we can last that long. So she can move 6 total because of her horse. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she can get to the Forgotten Island. Perfect. Now the Forgotten Island doesn't do anything special. There's nothing there. She can, of course, search and counter that space, and she will. But... first, there's no extra investigation there. First, she will cash in her secret, her ability to get another secret. So we're going to do that. That is at the Forgotten Island there. So she's going to get 3 back from her 5 spot that she had. There we go. And that puts her at the Forgotten Island. I'm going to get a token out for her that will allow her to continue to get these. I think I was using the money, the gold tokens from the ghost thing, yeah, as secrets. So she's got 3 now. That puts her in a really good place. That means that when she goes into the showdown with the Shadow Witch will be at -3. So she's going to get to draw another one of these, but I don't think getting any more matters at this point. So she can go to the bog and get another secret there. That's not bad for her. Okay, but she still can encounter the Forgotten Island. I don't think we've encountered that. Let's take out the ones we've discarded. And we've discarded some good stuff, by the way. And some bad stuff, but good stuff too. Let's see what happens when she encounters the Forgotten Island. Okay. Journal pages. 14th of March, 1723. I have burned the boat so that none of us may leave this forsaken place. We cannot risk letting this curse go back to the settlement. None of the men will hazard swimming the lake. Not after what happened to Samuel. Okay, now we need to make a Cunning 4 test and gain 2 investigation for every Cunning rolled. Okay, we will do that. That's going to be pretty, not so bad for her. She's got a Cunning of, I think it's just 4. She has a Cunning of 4. That's still, I say just 4, but that's not bad. So that gives her a good chance of getting some investigation, and there's no risk of failure. So... Wow, she got 3. She rolled a 5, 6, 2 6s and a 5. So she got 3 investigation from that. Good job. And that is going to be the end of her turn there in the Forgotten Island. But let's get her 3 investigation. I'll just get her 5 and get 2 back. There we go. She's up to 7 again. That marks the end of her turn. She's got her full secrets. Maybe we will be able to take on the Shadow Witch. We'll have to see. All right, next up we have Argot. Argot is up in the monastery. Yes, he is. We're going to roll for his movement. Hopefully he can get to the inn. He needs to get back to the inn and heal. Plus, Sarah is there, and she can help heal him as well. He gets a 3. I think that's going to make it for him. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 back to the inn. Now, where did he need to go for his next clue? He needs to go to the field, so he's got to get all the way down over here. But I think this is worth it because he's not in good shape. So it says, before encountering, gain 1 investigation or heal 1 wound. He will heal 1 wound because he only had 1 left. That is no bueno. So he is there at the end. He did that. There's no investigation to look for or anything like that. I don't think. Let's just make sure he doesn't have. He has a monastery item. I don't think he has a. Nope, he does not have an item from the inn. So we're gonna. I mean, he'd draw anyway because you never know if it's going to be an inn item. But just case in point, he does not have one. So let's draw and see what he gets. We got a ally. Wow. I mean, I'm glad I didn't draw that when I was drawing. Looking for the witches. Abigail Stern, she is actually a character as well. Ally, a female occult. It says, I've read something like this before. It's not good, but it gives him +1 cunning. That's good because he's actually got a cunning of 5 now, and an extra wound. So, good deal that he's got her with him. So that is what he did. So he picked her up at the end. He was there nursing his wounds. He took the time to find and meet Abigail. Now he's got 2 extra wounds. That gives him, if he's fully healed, that gives him the ability to take 5 wounds. Pretty good. But we're not done. We got to go to Sarah. Sarah is in that space. The first thing that happens with Sarah, due to her bright, her strength of light ability, she gets 2 investigations. She doesn't have any at this moment in time. And she needs to go to the magistrate's office. She needs to head back to town. But what can she do while she's there? Order of Protection, which... nothing really. We're just going to roll for her movement. She is definitely not staying at the end. Let's see what she gets. That's cocked. Let's see what she got. A 2. That's not great. I guess she'll just... Oh, the bog. Not my favorite. She could go down there and get a couple investigation. Hopefully not draw a mystery card. She's also injured, so she could linger at the end for a turn. No, she's going to go. She's going to move. She's going to go 1, 2. She can heal. She's okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's going to do that. Now, first thing we have to do is roll a die to see if she's going to get a mystery card or a... She rolled a 5. She did not. She got another event card. That is perfect. Let's see what she gets. She gets Daybreak. Play this to discard an event mystery card that remains in play. That is awesome. I wish I had some of those a little earlier on. Now she's going to make a check for pulling those 2 investigation there. She will use, of course, her spirit. Her spirit is currently at a 5, so she is quite spiritual. Let's see if she can pull this off and get both of them. She did. So she has 2 more investigation as a result of that effort, and that ends her turn. It also ends the turn of all of our characters. So we're going to go to the wonderful mystery phase where all kinds of terrible bad things are going to happen to us. Before we get on with that, we have to move the cat. The cat, where's the cat currently? The cat is currently nowhere to be found. Oh, up in the fields. So going to the Forgotten Island. Wow, that is quite a move. And I do think that means she's going to encounter 2 characters on its way. The cat Solomon. So it's going to have to move. Here, I'll just go back to the board for this. Okay, it is in the fields. Going to go through here. It'll encounter our guy there as it goes by. Now remember the cat, when we encounter the cat, it says at the start of each mystery phase, the cat goes. If multiple paths, okay, any hero crossed by Solomon's path must pass a Cunning 5 test, gain 1 investigation for every 5 rolled, but if they fail, they need to roll on Solomon's chart. So, Cunning 5. So right now that means for our guy, Captain Hawkins, he's got a Cunning of 3, so it's not terrible. Hopefully he can get this. Let's see if Captain Hawkins can get this one done. A 6. So we got 1 investigation. I'll take it because that's better than the alternative of rolling on the cat's table. So he gets an investigation as Solomon passes through his space. He learns a little bit more about the witch as the cat passes on by. All right, next the cat will continue on. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. I think it ignores the barricades. It'll come around here. It's heading toward the Forgotten Island. Yeah. So it'll just shoot right up to here, and from there it will encounter Sarah. Now Sarah's got a cunning of 3 as well. That is Sarah, right? Cloak. No, that is Eliza. Eliza's got a cunning of, I think, 4 or 5. She does well on cunning. 4. So she's better off. Not bad, not bad. Here's her 4 dice. Let's roll for her. And she got 2 investigation as a result of that. That is good. So Solomon was actually helpful to us this turn. She's got quite a bit of investigation on her. All right, that is the end of Solomon. Now, of course, we get to roll on our advanced mystery phase chart. Take the dice out and roll on that. See what terrible things befall us. 2d6 on the advanced mystery phase chart. Let's see, we get a 5. We've seen this before. Darkness falls. This is going to get us closer to our doom. The shadow track immediately moves. Oh my gosh, D3. The heroes may collectively take 5 wounds. I can't afford to take that. Let's see, a D3, a 1. That's not bad. So now we're down to 4 on the shadow track. But that's good because that's all that happened, and I'll take that. Now we're going to go on to drawing our mystery card. Here's our beefy mystery deck. We're going to give it a quick cut and draw a card. Let's see what happens to us here. It's getting closer. All minions on the board move 2 spaces along the shortest path toward the hero that drew this card. That was Sarah. So the minions are going to move towards Sarah. Okay. Towards this card. If there are no minions on the board, there are. Move the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness. That just happens. So now we're down to a 3. This is getting dire for us, right? But let's do that. We're going to move all minions 2 steps towards towards Sarah, who is here in the bog. So we have, let's see, we've got trees all over the place. Let me just move this over a little bit. This tree is going to go 1, 2. This one, I think they ignore the barricades. 1, 2. This one will move to here. This hurt one will move to there. And I believe that's all of them. It is. Okay. That wasn't a bad mystery phase. I'll take it. That was pretty light. Of course, there was a while where we were getting burned because we were rolling twice on the advanced chart and drawing multiple mystery cards. So we're not doing that. That is good. All right, the first player marker will move over to Eliza, and we're going to go to her turn. She is again in the Forgotten Islands. And I am debating on whether or not she decides to start the showdown. I'm going to think about that because she's got I don't know. I think we'll lose, but we go down 2 more on the shadow track, we're done. Let's first see if she can. She has to get some movement there. Now, she's got the horse, so she's got a +1 movement. Oh, she got a 1. Well, good news there. She can draw a card. Play immediately, take any item out of the discard pile. Wow. Well, let me go look at that. We're going to play it immediately, of course, because it says to. Then we're going to go look for items in the discard piles. Okay, she is going to take the Sacred Stone from the Forgotten Island. Now, I got to look to see, does she have an item from the Forgotten Island? Is that where she got her pistol or something? No, that's a town item. She doesn't have any items from the Forgotten Island. She just got investigation last time. So she's going to take this one. Check this thing out. The Sacred Stone gives +1 spirit. That puts her at a 5. Yeah, 5. And +1 honor. Discard any time except during a fight round to fully heal or to cancel a curse. Very powerful for her. She's already got a 4 plus that one plus a 5. I wish I could get her ability, but she's 1 shy. She needs 1 more investigation to get her ability, but she's not done. She gets to move 2. That was because she rolled a 1. She's going to move 2 to the South Docks. If she could pick up that 1 investigation that's there, or she could move 2 to the North Docks, but she's got to get to the bog. That's where she's headed. So we're going to take a spirit test of 3, 4, 5 for her to see if she can pick up that investigation that's there. Of course she did, so she got 1. Now what is she going to do? She's going to spend all of this investigation on one thing, and that is, I think, let's take a look at it before we make that decision. She may not want to. Let's take a look at her special ability card. Here's Eliza. Righteous Rage. Gain +1 fight dice for every holy item, ally, or oath you currently have. She does not have any of those types of things in her tableau, so I don't know if this is worth it, but it does give her another wound, so that's worth it. Let's do it. What else are we going to spend all this stuff on, right? Let's do that. She's going to get her, now she's got her ability card, upgrade card. She's now leveled up. That is awesome. Okay, that's going to be the end of her turn. That's it. So it's going to be Argo next. Argot. He's at the inn. Okay, there is Argot up at the inn. He is going to roll a 4. Where does he need to go? He could start the showdown too in the fields, but he's got a long way to go to get there, doesn't he? He'll start moving that direction. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 into this space right here. This is the crossroads where we're going to roll a d6 on a 3+. Gets an event. Let's see. A 1. He did not. He drew a mystery card. And draw that mystery card, see what he gets. Uh-oh. Shades of Evil. Roll once on the villain minion chart and work out the results. If a minion is rolled, place that minion at 2 extra locations. Okay, let's go do that. This may not have been worth it. Let me see, a 5. That's going to be Shadow Witch attacks. The villain attacks the hero that must immediately... the hero must immediately resolve a single fight round with the villain instead of causing wounds. Each hit done to the villain gains 1 investigation. This does not count as a showdown. If there are no heroes in the space, but there are, because it says it's going to attack him. So it attacks him in the crossroads. Good thing he's got a lot of stuff. He can take the hits, I think. So first off, she is, I think she's ethereal, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look. I don't think we can fight her with, let's see, Spectre. Shadow Witch gains +1 combat against heroes with less than 4 spirit. That is Argot. He's only got a 2. I've tried to get them all up to 4, which is lair. She's not in her lair. The guilty shall pay. No, we don't have to worry about that. So it's really just going to be 4, plus the shadow track gives her +2. That's 6. Lady of Darkness gives her +1. That's 7. 7 fight dice, and she's got a lot of health. 5, 6. Well, it's times multiplied by. So her base health is multiplied by 4, so it's 20. She's got 1. 3 for the lady, 4, so she's got 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 28 health that we have to burn through, but we're not going to kill her in this, obviously. We're just going to take her on here. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I remember when she had a bunch more dice. We're not in the showdown because we had all those mystery cards out. We don't have any. That's good. So let's go do this. It's going to be 7 versus, I guess we can fight with anything. So Argot's probably going to fight with his combat. He's got a combat of, well, he's got a combat of 5. He's got a spirit of 3 because, well, no, he's got a neutral spirit. He's got a cunning of 4. So yeah, combat of 5 versus a attack of 7. Hopefully this isn't awful. I have a feeling it's going to be because he's already wounded. Okay, let's have at it. I dropped one of the dice. Just a second. Okay, let's get this done and see what happens. Boom! Oh, this isn't that bad. So what do we got? We got 3 hits from the Shadow Witch. Only one from him though. So 3 hits. Now right now he can't not take those. That would knock him out. He's got exactly 3 hits available, so he's got to avoid a hit, and he can. So he's going to do his Know Thine Enemy. May discard an event card to gain +2 fight dice from an attack or prevent 1 wound. Since we don't have any mystery cards out that we need to get rid of, he's going, I mean, this might be a mistake. I think I'm going to do the aggressive combat. We'll take that out of the game and discard that, and that will prevent a wound. That doesn't mean he's in good shape because he still took 2 wounds, just not 3. So he's got 1 more wound he can take. He needs to get healed again, but at least he's not out of the game. Okay, let's go. Now he's going to spend his last round trying to collect the investigation that's in his space. Okay, he is going to use his cunning. His cunning is a 5. Let's see what he gets. He got 1 of those. Guys, that's really wimpy. But he didn't lose anything, so he's got to get to the doctor's office. That's where he's headed first, I think. Though there's a tree in his way, and he's not in good shape. Does he have a healing item? He does not. Someone does, though. He's got the Oath of Devotion. It doesn't help him much. Yeah, we're just going to have to get him running. Okay, that is the end of Argot's turn. So we're going to go on to Sarah. Sarah is currently in the bog. Okay, this thing is gone. Sarah is in the bog. We're going to roll for her movement and see if how far she can get. Now, where does she need to go that would be helpful? The magistrate's office. Maybe she can go kill that tree on the way and clear the way for the path for Argot. She rolled a 2. She's not going to be able to do that. She can get to the crossroads. Do I want to? Not great. Yeah, okay, we'll get to the crossroads. That way she can help defend. She's not exactly healthy. She's only got 2 health left that she can take 2 before she's knocked out. But she will move there. And then let's see if she draws a mystery card or a event card. Another mystery card. Wow, we were having such good luck with this, and now we're not. Okay. The Order's influence. Play this card on Dr. Manning. Okay. If he is dead, join the villain, discard, and move the darkness track down. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is going to be a nail biter. We're down to 2 on the darkness track. 2. And that is the end of that card. It does not remain in play because Dr. Manning is dead. Okay, now she's there. She might as well try and pick up those 2 investigation. Oh, I forgot. I continue to forget this. She gains 2 anyway because of her ability, but the darkness track went down 1, so she only gains 1, and I think I forgot the last time, so I'm going to say that she does not get either of those, but she's going to try and pick up 2 right now using her Spirit of 5. Spirit of 5. Let's go, Sarah. She got 1. Man, I'm not rolling well on that. She did get 1. That gives her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 investigation there. That's the end of her turn. Okay, we're going to go to Hawkins now. Hawkins needs to go to the monastery to get his next secret, but I don't think he's going to be able to pull that off. Let's just roll and see where he can even go before we decide that. He is not wounded. He can do a lot of things, but let's see. He gets a 3. A 3. Where can he go with a 3 that's interesting? I mean, he's lost a lot of cards. He's got... Really, the only thing he's got is Lucy Handbrook now. So I think what he's going to do is start to head toward the abandoned keep again. 1, 2, 3. He moves into this space where he's going to attempt to use his cunning of 3, only 3, to pick up that 1 investigation that's there. He fails. He does not pick it up. That marks the end of our turn. We're going back to our mystery phase. So let's check out and see where good old Solomon's going to go. He's going to go to the inn. Well, that's not too bad. That doesn't do anything for anybody. So Solomon goes to the inn. Not a big deal. Let's go roll on our mystery phase chart now. Okay, here we go. We rolled a 7. We all know what that is. Surge of Evil. Roll once on the villain chart and work out the results. If it is a minion or if it is a villain attacks, draw a random location for placement. So we're going to roll on the minion chart. Let's roll 1 die and see what happens. A 6. The Shadow Witch attacks. Let's see where she attacks. I don't think it's going to be anywhere. She attacks in the Old Woods. There is nobody in the Old Woods. So what does that do then? Let's see on Surge of Evil. If a minion or the villain draws random, nothing. So she just does nothing, I guess, right? Let's see if it says anything about when she attacks. No, that's it. Yep, that's it. Okay. So that was a really easy mystery phase for us. Now we still have to draw our mystery card. Man, we drew 3 mystery cards last round. Here we go. What do we get? The Madness. So this is an expansion card, I believe. This card plays on a hero. This one will remain in play. This card plays on a hero who drew it. That would have been Eliza, the witch, the Bright Witch. During your hero turn, you may no longer move normally. Instead, during your move phase, draw a random location and move to the space if KO'd, or when the shadow track crosses a new stage, roll a d6 on a d5 more madness. Moves to another hero. However, so this goes on Eliza, but we have this. I'm glad I kept it. Play to discard an event mystery card, except during a fight round. So as soon as our turn comes up, which will be Argot's, he's going to play this and get rid of that card. We don't want it. Which, by the way, is now. However, leaving a cliffhanger. I think we got 1 more episode to go, y'all. 2 more turns probably at max before we either end up in a showdown or losing. We can only have the shadow track go down 1 more time. So, actually, you know what? Before I do that, before I move on, I need to check something on the witch again. She did attack the... it wasn't murder, though. It just rolled that she attacked. Let me roll what happens if she attacks again. Okay, the villain attacks. The hero must immediately... Okay, we didn't... If there is no hero in space, place 2. Okay, guess what? That was a waste of time because we have lost the game. Ooh, the Shadow Witch defeated us before we could get there because of this. If there's... I needed to read that part before we moved on. If there are no heroes in the space, instead place 2 investigation there, and the shadow track moves 1 step closer to darkness, which puts us at a 1. Which puts us at the lose condition for the game, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we have to go below the 1. I think once it hits 1, we'll just check. I think that's page 31. Just double check to be sure. Winning and losing. Yeah. If the shadow track reaches darkness, the game ends. Well, it just did. It just reached darkness. In the carpet, the goal, the heroes. Okay, yep. That is the end of that. So we did reach darkness. We have lost the game, unfortunately. It was a good run, but we failed. And that's the way it goes, right? So that's actually the first time, I think, in the history of me playing this game that I've lost it based on the shadow track. Normally I lose because we have all the characters knocked out during a showdown when I lose, which probably would have happened in this case anyway. But that being said, that was quite a game, y'all. It was really fun. Even though we lost, I did really enjoy that. And I was going to actually, if I'd gotten to one of the locations where I could have enacted the showdown, I would have done it. Because I would have rather gone down during the showdown than the shadow track. But it is what it is, and we have lost as a result. So anyway, but super exciting. That was fun, and I hope that this was a great game for you to experience over the October period. It took up most of my October month, so I do want to get at least one more thing to the table for the Halloween experience. There's a couple recommendations and requests. We'll see if we can do those. I'm not sure if we can get to those because they might be too long. I'm going to look for something relatively shorter to wrap up for Halloween, or something that I can at least condense into just a couple of episodes and do them quickly. That will be fun. But that said, that does mark the end of this series. Our next playthrough. I would say, like, if I was doing this in seasons, it would be season 4 or 5 for good old A Touch of Evil. We do it every year almost, at least once. So anyway, that's the end of that, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Please share your thoughts and comments. I appreciate you sticking with me till the end. I really enjoyed this. I hope you did too. This is one of my favorite games, especially during the Halloween time frame, the October time frame to play. It's my favorite Scooby-Doo style game for sure, and what I mean by Scooby-Doo is rolling around and trying to investigate a villain, rolling dice and moving, and it is quite enjoyable. So anyway, thanks so much for the time that you spent with this, and I will talk to you in the next episode of something, and if I don't see you, or you don't see me again, happy Halloween, and please enjoy your lives to the fullest. Take care. Bye-bye.